Today's workout is a back and biceps. I've added a helper today that will show some modified versions of some of those exercises for the beginners. So let's get started. If you're new to this channel, my name is John Strill, and I'm a fitness enthusiast and filmmaker. On this channel, I detail various tips and techniques for all the different exercises, as well as provide some of the programs that I use for my own personal fitness. If you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications of future videos. Today's workout is going to be a back and biceps workout. I brought along a helper today to help show some of the modified versions of the exercises. So without further ado, let's get started. Arms out wide, wider grip, and you want to pull your chest up through the bar. So pull your chest up to the bar. So the pull-up is one of those compound movements that require a fair amount of strength, but really a lot of technique. So a couple of things that I want to show you today is a couple of pre-exercises that will allow you to work on building the strength and the technique for the pull-ups. So the first exercise is you'll get into a pull-up position and you're basically going to pull your shoulder blade, your scapula together. So I'll show you that. That movement will allow you to start the pull-up in the proper technique. You really want to start firing your lats right as you start the pull-up before you actually pull in. So it's almost like a reverse shrug. If you don't have the strength for the first exercise, both back and grip strength, sometimes you'll find yourself slipping off the bar. If that's the case, you may want to do one of these next two items. The first one is using the cable to go through that similar motion. You can actually add a little bit of resistance to that. That last exercise will give you the similar movement as the hanging, basically scapula pull. If you really need to start from the beginning, just a dead hang from the pull-up bar will also start that process of building the supporting muscles needed for the exercise. So on this next pull-up, I want to show you a way that you can work on building up your strength by doing basically a negative. You'll need a chair. For those people who can't actually perform the full pull-up yet, what you can do is get into the pull-up position and then slowly lower yourself down. By doing it that way, you're actually engaging the muscles that are needed for the pull-up. Over time, you should be able to use the chair a little bit less and actually get a full pull-up. Next exercise is seated row. I like to do kind of the horizontal and the vertical combinations. So if I do a pull-up or a wide grip pull-down, I like to do something that's more along the lines of an alternate angle. So pull-ups followed by seated rows. Then we can move over into wide grip lat pull downs, and then one arm dumbbell rows. The next back exercise is using this rope attachment here, doing a straight arm lat pull down. So I'll demonstrate that here in just a second. You want to focus on keeping your back straight. You will be bent a little bit at the waist, but moving your arms in a straight down pattern. I like using the rope because it allows me to pull my arms a little further past my thighs. So you'll see that here in just a second. So I tried to keep the back as straight as I can, while really focus on squeezing the lats a lot right at the bottom. So it's kind of almost like a pause right towards the bottom. Next up is bicep curls. So this one I'm going to do a little bit modified, where I do a regular standard curl and then slowly lower it down. I try and do this more often than not, just to really focus on emphasizing the contraction on the bicep. Bicep curls are done. Now we're going to do an exercise I call run the rack, where we start down here doing 5 curls on each arm, working our way down as far as we can till we can't hardly do any more. So this one's a little tough. It's a good little burn for the final exercise for biceps. Last one. On the last one, try and hold it for a good squeeze. So this is a modified for if you can't use quite as heavy a weight, go down in dumbbell weights, but as you raise both arms up to the up position, lower one at a time, so that it still keeps the same pressure on the bicep while still running the rack. It's a very good bicep, pretty much burn off, if you want to think of it that way. It's a good way to really force a lot of blood into your biceps. So that pretty much concludes today's back and bicep workout. So we'll try and add a few more things for modified for some folks that are looking to get started in the gym but can't quite do the full exercises. So we're gonna add some helpers moving forward and see if we can't do some modifieds. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.